I'm Sister Simone Campbell, Executive Director of Network and leader of Nuns on the Bus.
I'm Sister Byrne, and I belong to the community of the Little Workers of the Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary.
From my perspective, I don't think it's a good policy to outlaw abortion.
As Christians, we first met Jesus as a stirring embryo in the womb of an unwed mother and saw him born 9 months later in the poverty of the cave.
From my perspective, I don't think it's a good policy to outlaw abortion.
It's no coincidence that Jesus stood up for what was just and was ultimately crucified because what he said wasn't politically correct or fashionable. As followers of Christ, we are called to stand up for life against the politically correct or fashionable of today. We must fight against a legislative agenda that supports and even celebrates destroying life in the womb.
From my perspective, I don't think it's a good policy to outlaw abortion.
Keep in mind, the laws we create define how we see our humanity.
From my perspective, I don't think it's a good policy to outlaw abortion.
And we must ask ourselves, what are we saying when we go into a womb and snuff out an innocent, powerless, voiceless life? As a physician, I can say without hesitation, life begins at conception.
From my perspective, I don't think it's a good policy to outlaw abortion.
While what I have to say may be difficult for some to hear, I am saying it because I'm not just pro-life, I'm pro-eternal life, and I want all of us to end up in heaven together someday.
From my perspective, I don't think it's a good policy to outlaw abortion.
Donald Trump is the most pro-life president that this nation has ever had, defending life at all stages. His belief in the sanctity of life transcends politics.
From my perspective, I don't think it's a good policy to outlaw abortion.
President Trump will stand up against Biden-Harris, who are the most anti-life presidential ticket ever, even supporting the horrors of late-term abortion and infanticide.
From my perspective, I don't think it's a good policy to outlaw abortion.
Because of his courage and conviction, President Trump has earned the support of America's pro-life community. Moreover, he has a nationwide of religious standing behind him. You'll find us here with our weapon of choice, the rosary.
From my perspective, I don't think it's a good policy to outlaw abortion.